Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's a new week, which of course means we've got a new banner. I'll take my, Lunacy, my Enkephalin, all that sort of stuff. But Devyat Rodion's out now, alongside Bygone Ishmael. That sort of stuff. So we're gonna be able to see just how they're looking, right? All purchase is over. I think it'll still be here, because yeah, you can still claim your rewards if you haven't yet. Yeah, Devyat Rodion, and if we go to Ego, Bygone Ishmael. Both seem like they're going to be pretty funny, and the funniest part of all is the fact that I can just grab this immediately without even needing to open any boxes. So that's pretty cool. I just managed to get so much shards from all purchase tonight that didn't even need to do anything like that. I think I need to open a couple for Rodion. Yeah. Actually, I should have done my daily. I kind of jumped the gun. I should do daily pulls first. Oh well. That's fine. Okay. Well, that's standard banner, so it wasn't like it had any decent chances. That might have been Ego, though, if, who knows? Kind of jumped the gun a little bit there, but that's fine. We're just doing the daily pull, see if I get super lucky. If I got 2 3-stars in the same day, that would be insane, so I don't think so, yeah. I also got a 3-star yesterday, because I got Middle Dawn yesterday from a daily pull, so, getting one today at all, kind of crazy odds. Yeah, let me open some boxes real quick. I'm, more than set on boxes. Let me get like 70 for Ishmael. And then like 50 for Rodion. I know I don't need these minis, but like I might as well, right? I just want to make sure I can uptie them all to max and stuff. The usual. Oh yeah, standard fare. Extract Devyat Rodion. Let's keep on keeping on, everyone. And stay toasty. Yep, there she is. What funny quotes do we have today? It'll be just another blank recovery mission, huh? There's no end to this blank. Trunk recovery, no end to this cleaning, yeah. Surprised that isn't one we got from the Butler stuff, but like all the Butler lines feel like near identical. But yeah, we've got both of those now, so we can equip them, that sort of thing. Bygone Day is obviously going to be the usual stand-in for Teth slots because it's competing with Rose, Desire, and Capote, neither of which are super important. And Devyat Rodion, we're going to have to see just how good she is going to be. Is she supposed to have that apostrophe there? I guess so if it's on everything, huh? Something I noticed that. Okay, but yeah. Let's do the Ego first because it doesn't have an Uptie story and it's also going to be quicker to go through that sort of thing, right? Whoops. Get this to max thread spin, of course. This is why I got the Ishmael shards, of course, so I could actually get her to thread spin 4. And yeah, far more than I needed, but that's fine. It's not the biggest deal. It doesn't change that much, I don't think. But yeah, let's see. What does it cost? 2 Lust, 1 Sloth, 3 Gloom. Okay, good. No Gluttony. People are a little scared to be Gluttony because Sinking really lacking Gluttony. Nice to him. What identity do you have equipped? I got she. Okay. Let me just switch that real quick just so I can see the actual, right, like, yeah, the actual offense level thing. I thought it was low for a second. You fatal to that stuff, resistant to that stuff, yeah. Normalish stuff. It's 1 attack weight, but it can get up to 2 or 3 attack weights with high resonance. The 26 roll, not super high. It's a slash. Don't really have a lot of good slash egos, so it's nice, I guess, right? Heal 2 hours with lowest HP by 10, plus sum of sinking divided by 3, max 20%. Okay. So it's, the 3% is the sinking. Okay, so it's 10% for 2 HPs minimum, and if they have at least 30 sinking sum on the main target, it becomes 20% instead for 2 allies. Okay, that's pretty nice. It's like not super high numbers. The 20% means like a decent bit. If you're running a sinking team, you probably have like Pursuance Rodion or something if you actually need healing. You're not going to use this for the healing primarily, right? 3 sinking count, 2 curse, 4 plus gloom resonance, 1 gloom fragility, and 2 the uninvited. But yeah, upon death, last attack heals 3 SP. It's not a lot of SP, but I mean it's something. Random ally without the spec gains 2 stacks. And it's same turn, yeah. Take 0.5% more damage for each sinking on self. Max 10% at 20 sinking. Okay. So it's a little bit damaged. This seems like a pretty minor effect, but, like, it's cool to have. Yeah. Yeah. The corrosion's the really interesting one. Also, you know, because it's a gloom sinking ego, it actually, if you can get the gloom fragment, it becomes a bunch more sinking count and awakening, so, you know, not bad. Lose 10% of max HP, does not get staggered due to this effect. Oh, that's actually fairly nice, because, like, Ardor Blossom Star corrosion and stuff, you do get staggered by it, but they've actually specifically made it so that this one in particular doesn't stagger you. That's fine. It's 3 target by default. Prioritize targets the most sinking, so that's just really solid in general. Is 10% plus sinking thing, but it max 15% instead. But it can become up to 4 allies with 4 plus resonance and additional 5% HP if a gloom resonance. 3 sinking count, 2 curse, 1 gloom for every 3 gloom res, so it's 6 gloom res, you get 2 gloom for agility. Yeah, not great. 2 uninvited and 2 echoes of the manor next turn, so like Butler Faust types of echoes of the manor. Just seems really good, right? Like, there's a lot of effects here. This is a 5 debuff corrosion. I say that, but it's technically not 5 debuffs in the same turn, because Echo of the Manor's next turn, that sort of thing. Not that it makes that big of a difference, but minor thing. And then passive, target is uninvited, clash power +1, or uninvited, or if they've got Ruin or Echoes of the Manor, right? And not hit can set target heal 1 ally with at least SP for 5 SP once per turn. Nice little benefit. Just seems like a really good ego. If you ever, like, start a fight, don't have, you know, Otis's skill 3 ready, and you really want to get the Echoes of the Manor running sooner rather than later, you can just send it. Yeah, pretty cool. I like it. Gotta make sure I add it to the sinking team. Not that I actually update this. Yeah, I never actually use these buttons. I only use them when a new mirror version actually came out recently. This isn't obvious. Devyat Rodion is going to be the person we're going to be mostly focusing on here. I don't have any funny tickets, do I? I don't think so, yeah. Cool. Well, do a little bit of that. Get her level 45 immediately because we're going to be running hard today. And Uptie you. We'll get you to Uptie 4. We'll see your Uptie story. Okay, career trunk activation level 1. Alright, let's take care of this before it gets to 3. Yeah, we'll see the Uptie story, get you to Uptie to 4, and then we will actually, Well, that seemed weird. I thought it crashed for a second, but it was taking a second. Then we'll actually look at the ID. You really are one weirdly dedicated gal, huh? I hardly expected you to follow me out all the way out here when it's so cold out. Consider an extension of my duties as a professional. The interviewer's back. Yep. This person's been here for, like, every new association we've seen. They were there for Sync. They were there for DHE. They were there for Ufi, I think. But it wasn't Ufi. And, of course, now they're here for Devyat. Very interesting. I wonder if this interviewer is going to actually, like, have any sort of presence. I don't think so. But it's interesting how omnipresent they are, because it seems to be the same one the entire time. The interviewer replies, sniffling and shuddering, one hand holding tightly onto her notepad. They're in one of the back streets of the northern part of the city, a place of an almost unending blizzard. Not even the poorest of the poor would dare choose this place to fall asleep. The child, her colleagues, and the interviewer were trudging through the snow and the cutting wind. I guess for how popular Devyat is, people don't really know how we really run things here. Yeah, I guess the apostrophe is intentional. I don't think I noticed that in any of the pre-release stuff. Yeah, most people only know you guys as the fixers who deliver expensive or rare items to any place in the world. Yeah, safer deliveries are usually handled by more familiar transportation companies or fixer offices. So it's gotta be a pretty dangerous job, huh? Why did you find work in this association if there are other options? 'Cause the pay is good. She wasn't lying about the pay being good, of course. But she also intentionally omitted the fact that many fixers who are in heavy debt end up working for the Devyat Association. Okay. Interesting. It's an association that's, I guess, just like a tougher situation than most, so it's really not a first pick for anyone. It's more so a pick for someone who really needs the money, which would be a lot of people in the city in general. Interesting. She didn't want to go into detail about her wilder past here, of course. Yeah, she gambled all her money away, gambled herself into deep debt. Oh, the wind is subsiding. Guys, let's take a quick break here and get something to eat. The child shouts at her colleagues nearby, who all sigh in exasperated unison before reaching out to open their delivery trunks. Oh, so they're the famous courier trunk, huh? Like, Rodion's not, like, the leader of the section, right? Like, yeah, no, she's not the director. She seemed to be, like, the one who just commanded them there. Maybe she's just, like, leading, like, a smaller squad, right? Like, the section leader might not be here, so she's just taking the lead for the moment. Yeah, well, it's just a fancy name for what's just a glorified delivery truck. It's convenient when you're carrying a lot of stuff. Hup. What's its name? Polnitz? I forget its name. Polonidza, that's what it is. Yeah, thank you. Unauthorized lock release outside of delivery coordinates detected. Shush! Be quiet! Did that bag just... Oh, it's AI activated. Huh. Oh. Well, artificial intelligence with a similar sense of self as humans has been outlawed since a long time ago. Simple, minor, assistant-level artificial intelligence was still used quite often in the city. Okay. Makes sense. An example of one such artificial intelligence was that trunk the child was lightly tapping on. Like, is that how they got away with, like, Angela being in, like, the LobCorp branches and stuff? I guess? They just made her seem like she wasn't actually an intelligent AI? I don't know. Or, like, the non-main Angela stuff. I guess so. This girl's called Polonidza. I bet most people don't know about these things. Oh, yeah. I heard some witness reports of Devyat fixers talking to their trunks. So they're called Polonidza. Got it? We all thought that you guys had all gone, you know, insane, making these grueling treks day after day has to get to you eventually, right? I had no idea that's what people think of us. She sighed deeply, her white breath scattering into the air, and pulled something from the trunk. It was smaller than a bean at first, but it grew larger as it emerged from the bag. Okay. So yeah, it is, like, similar to, you know, the other pocket dimension tech stuff we've seen so far, right? Because, you know, the Black Science gloves, Ezra bag, the Butler, like, cut case things. Polonidza also falls into that category. And soon grew to the size of a palm-sized energy bar. I knew it. So those trunks weren't just any old containers. Yeah, we're an association, you know. You can stuff an item that's 5 times the size of this trunk into this thing. Besides, even when transporting items that are hundreds of kilos, once we manage to stick them in here, we can hardly feel their weight. Is he going to talk more in depth about, you know, the singularity behind that or something? The functionalities of this bag can bend space itself, and the item's mass within is barely felt. I see. Those are some complicated concepts, huh? I remember the article about DHE South leaning a bit less on the technical side of things. Ah, I studied science and engineering in the North. I guess that bleeds into my articles sometimes, haha. Even our editor reprimands me for losing track of what I'm writing. So the interviewer is just going around, like, learning about the association and stuff. There's definitely something strange going on with this interviewer, especially since, like, it's just question mark, and they're so omnipresent in a lot of these Uptie stories. Want an energy bar or something? Warning, storage of unauthorized items is not recommended. That, Polonidza doesn't seem to like that idea. Don't worry about it. The association usually lets these things slide, especially if a mission takes us straight through harsh environments like this. After all, the only thing that matters is that we make the delivery on time. The interviewer easily caught on to the fact that the child's voice briefly turned dark. What happens if you don't make it in time? You keep salt in my wound, you know that. That's when an aggressive sound of something rushing toward them pierced through the ambient noise. Hostile forces detected. Activating Polonidza high-powered delivery mode maneuvers. Speak of the devil, huh? I guess thieves are coming out of the woodwork now that the blizzard's somewhat subsided. The child stuffed the remaining half of the energy bar into her mouth, jumped up, and swung the giant delivery trunk over her shoulder. Polu, rupture energy unlock. Authorized. Verify that there are no items at risk near the exhaust. Only stuff that's risky for me if kept alive. Just as she finished her sentence, a massive blade exploded out from one end of her trunk. It was interesting that she specifies, like, the rupture one, right? Like, rupture energy unlock. I wonder if, like, other, like, sections or, I guess, other, like, branches of Devyat might focus on just, like, different types of, like, blades and stuff inside the machine. Like, Devyat North is probably super different from the other ones. North being super suited to, you know, these colder temperatures. You know, they've got, you know, the puffy clothes. the big rupture weapons. It's very possible the ones in the other, branches of the city are fairly different in some aspects, while carrying the same general idea, right? She swung against her enemies without hesitation. Like, who knows, maybe Devyat South focuses on, like, sea stuff, right? They could be, like, cargo ship people focusing on, transporting stuff through sea. It's possible. I don't particularly know if they'd actually go with that, but it's possible. Oh. Hey, you. You sure it's safe for you out here? Aren't you scared? Yep, this is my expertise. I've seen stuff like this pretty often. Hard life, huh? It also helped that my interview subjects were all very strong, which meant I had nothing to worry about. I'm sure it won't be any different today. That wasn't true, but the interviewer knew the right thing to say to get the answers she wanted. Look at you trying to butter me up. It's working. Fine, I'll let you in on some more info. The child does not stop swinging her trunk around even as she explains the functionalities of the courier trunk. Every time we're about to be late for a delivery, this talking trunk enhances our strength, because being late for a delivery is dangerous. So, I'm trying to get my delivery done ASAP. I see. So, why is it dangerous? Well, you don't want to get on your boss's bad side, right? Same deal. I guess so. The child lied. The less and less time they have for the delivery, the greater the amount of energy expelled by the trunk. The energy intensifies and intensifies until it starts harming its user, and eventually leaving nothing but the trunk in their place. What? You thought there was something special to it? Come on, aren't we all motivated by our aversion to getting reprimanded by our bosses? But she didn't want to have to share that fact, because doing so would also show her anxiety about how many users this Polydnitsa had in the past. Or how she might be joining the ever-growing list of its former users, God. And the interviewer would definitely catch on to that anxiety and write in a report. She would prefer to avoid that if possible. Yeah, definitely something to feel very worried about as a Devyat, fixer. Like, God, how many people have had this carrying this trunk before me? Because the answer is probably a lot. They probably go through people pretty quickly. Makes me wonder, though, do they have to, send, task squads out to, recover the Polydnitsa? I guess they would, right? I don't know. Yeah, we can take a look at her funny stuff now. So, courier trunk. Base value is 0. Gain 3 stack. Turn start. Okay. So 30 plus is when you start taking physical damage. Okay. 10 plus you get, the little speed benefit. You go to effectively a 5-8, which is pretty nice. 20 plus stack, 1 clash power up, and 1 slash damage up. Cool. And yeah, once you're above 30, you take stack divided by 3% HP damage, and stack divided by 3 SP damage on skill use. And turn in, you take stack divided by 2, applies before retreat. So even if you retreat, you'll still take the turn end damage. God. So 30 stack alone, you start losing 10% HP and 10 sanity for every skill, and losing 15% HP and, 15 SP every turn end. So yeah, you really need to get out of there. There's not really much healing that can counterbalance that. Also, definitely seems like an ID you really do not want to double slot, which is interesting. We really haven't seen any IDs that really do not want multiple skill slots. We've seen some that are really want them. We've seen some that don't particularly need it, but can really benefit from it. You really don't want it here, because you gain 3 per turn, you gain more for each skill. You gain 4/5 a turn when you skill 1. Same thing from skill 2. And I don't think skill 3 gains courier trunk. Yeah. Yeah, so effectively, assume you're getting 5 per turn as a general maximum. So you have probably 6 turns until you really need to flee, right? If chain battles after retreating, if you rejoin the battle, have courier trunk value once per encounter, round it up. Or the once per encounter thing. Only will matter in the future, because you can't trigger the retreat and come back multiple times. Because, well, if there's more Devyat IDs, then it would be theoretically possible, but there's not, so it isn't. Yeah. Signal speed if unit has haste, gain courier trunk percentage unit's max HP is shield. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. It requires 6 plus speed. Not sure how reliable that's gonna be. I mean, if your speed becomes 5 max at 10 plus courier trunk, and she also just gets like a single bit of haste, yeah, it's actually pretty doable. She'll be able to get a shield pretty frequently. I like that. 20% max is also really good. Upon retreat, 1 clash power up to 2 allies next turn. Less for 1 discharge, very 15 courier trunk on self. 2 more turns max. Yeah. Just wanted to check that first, just so I'd get an idea before we went through the skills. If target has 15 plus rupture potency and 3 plus rupture count, skill does not consume rupture on hit, but does not inflict rupture skills effects. A little bit high, not like super bad, but kind of hard to trigger in some if you're not focusing super heavily on it. You gain coin power, of course. Yeah, I mean, does not inflict rupture skills on hit effects. It is 3 rupture. Like, this feels super unnecessary. Yeah, same type of conditional here. No rupture infliction on this one. Gain 1 haste next turn on heads hit with the second coin. Okay, so you can get the passive. If you're a 10 plus courier trunk, heads hit with a skill 2's second coin, you can get the passive trigger guaranteed. That's nice. And I think the skill 3 had haste 2, but it might have only been on kill. Inflict defense level down. For 5 courier trunk itself, or for every 5 rupture on the target. Whatever's higher, I assume. Max 6 once per turn. That's also pretty nice for a super fast unit, right? Being able to stack some defense level down, get some more damage on the rest of your team. Yeah, this one does a bunch of damage, bunch of coin power up. Yeah. If you've got the same rupture conditionals, does not inflict rupture, instead reuse its last coin. See, second coin of the skill 3 inflicts 3 rupture counts. So the skill 3 is rupture count neutral at least if you don't have high rupture on an enemy. It being on the second coin is interesting. And even more rupture count if you're high courier trunk, so that's nice, I guess. And high courier trunk third coin does more damage and someone gets reused, so you know, getting even more benefits. And target stagger defeat to gain 2 haste next turn, once per turn. And that's after attack, but on the third coin. So if you staggered with like the first or second coin, as long as the third coin hits, I think it would count. I assume that's how it works. I don't know. But yeah, counter. 15 plus courier trunk, activate the special counter instead. Ability to be activated, gain courier trunk, percent of the unit's max HP as shield. Gain 2 courier trunk, less than 15 gain additional courier trunk, yeah. So it's even faster courier trunk gain if you want to. Deactivate strategic R&R mode. Yeah, you can just run from the battle. Pretty funny. Okay. It really seems like her courier trunk gain isn't going to matter too much in normal fights. Like, realistically, most normal fights don't take longer than 6 turns. I guess multiple wave fights could, yeah. I guess in Mirror Dungeon, it'll be pretty avoidable. If you get, like, a super long fight, like, I don't know, like, if you get a super long fight, a decent chance it's, like, a chain battle too, right? If you get, like, Violet Noon or something. But you could always get something, like, a little bit long and a little bit scary. Like, certain random fights, like, what's coming to mind? I guess, like, what comes to mind first is probably, like, the Miracle in District 20, like, boss fight, where it's just 4 waves of gnomes. Decent chance you'd have to flee for that. There's, like, Josephine on, like, the Canto 6 floor that has, you know, 3 waves of butlers. Could potentially be an issue here or there, right? I don't know, all in all, she seems like she's going to be interesting. We'll have to see just how much damage she's going to be doing with some of this stuff. Because the rolls are decent, that's for sure. Doesn't seem like anything super insane, but it could definitely be pretty nice. She really requires other units to do the rupture setup stuff, though. Kind of a similar issue to something like G-Corp Gregor. Not as bad as G-Corp Gregor, don't get me wrong, but since she's, you know, rupture neutral if enemies have rupture stuff, but she can't actually get the rupture off on her own. And because she's so fast, she's going to be going before your allies can really set up rupture a lot of the time. So, like, turn 1, she's going to be doing not great stuff for the team most of the time. She needs a little bit of setup stuff. Alright, well, let me go and build a rupture team real quick, and we will send Mirror Dungeon hard, right? We're not going to bother with the Ishmael ego. We'll do that tomorrow, probably. But yeah, give me a second. Alright, the team has been built. We're going kind of standard rupture. And I say kind of because there's some odd changes I've went for because I realized there's a decent synergy thing we can go for here. Specifically with Talisman Sinclair's passive. So Talisman Sinclair's passive, normally really annoying because when Talisman's ally with the most HP, usually this ends up just being K-Corp Hong Lu. So I've decided to bench Keiko Ponglu. Instead, I've noticed Devyat Rodion actually 211 HP, which is just barely slightly more than some of these other IDs. Oh, LCCB is not max level. Oh, hang on a second. Alright, there we go. Now she's been brought to max level, so we can see she's got 209 HP, which means she has slightly less than Devyat Rodion. Similar with Lee Yu are 209. These three obviously have, like, less than 200 HP each. Oh, you have 200 too, actually. These two have less than 200, I think. Yeah, 184. You've got, like, something similar, 198. Yeah. But yeah, so now, if we get the Gluttony Resonance, trigger Talisman Sinclair passive, we'll get the Talismans for Rodion, and Rodion's got a decent bit of coin, so she can definitely do pretty well. We've got, you know, full Rupture starting EU gifts. I was debating not using Thrill, but I really wanted to get the most out of Rodion possible. Also, because I am not foolish, Rodion is going to be slotted in last, because I do not want her getting multiple skill slots. Sounds like a good way to make her die faster. Maybe I should, just so we can actually, like... see the Polonidza stuff, like, in action, the Courier Trunk stuff in action. Okay, so you start with 3, that's interesting. It is turn start, so it makes sense. Specifically turn start, like, not, like, pressing the button, but when the turn actually starts. She looks pretty cool, that's for sure. I like the goggles, they're very funny. And the weapon itself is just pretty cool looking, that's for sure. Yeah. She's visually cool and everything else, and we get to see her in action. We'll love to see exactly how this goes. Courier Trunk Gadget reveal. Go-Go Gadget Courier Trunk, I guess, right? Kind of her entire thing is just Go-Go Gadget shenanigans. Yeah, we're gonna have to see how good she is. Like, she's not gonna be, like, genuinely good for Rupture. Like, without a doubt, she's gonna be pretty bad at actually doing decently for Rupture stuff. But, like, she's not, like, completely hopeless or anything. We can trust Polu here. Yeah, already at 9 Courier Trunk, yeah, she builds it a little bit fast. That's fine. It's not, like, super fast. It shouldn't be too big of an issue unless we go for, like, certain fights here or there. And if I do go for a certain fight here or there, we can just have her retreat. If we, like, go for, like, a chain battle floor. Yeah, look at that 10 talismans on her. Could be real funny. Unfortunately, like, most Rupture IDs, like, half of our team has Rupture skill 3s in particular. So, like, it's kind of hard to get the Rupture Resonance decently frequently. But it should mostly be fine. Yeah, we have LCCB issues of 6, so that we can maybe use Bygone Days a little bit. I'm not really going to attempt it that much. Maybe if she's, like, needs to clash something, I will use it, but, like, not actually using her for that. I mostly just wanted a random Rupture unit that wasn't Kick or Ponglu. I didn't want to do AADD stuff this time, since that kind of doesn't work with Rodion at all, and I want to try using Rodion to a decent degree, so I figured not really a big reason to. And obviously, we have you bench for the passive. Only other decent Rupture unit that you'd maybe consider is, like, 7 Otis, I guess. I don't know. I've never really been much a fan of using her for Rupture. Her skill 3 doesn't even have any Rupture on it. I don't know. I get it's, like, thanks to, like, the Ebony Stem passive, but, like, in Mirror Dungeon especially, by the time you've used Ebony Stem, most of the enemies are going to get staggered in normal fights, so it really kind of lacks most of its appeal. Okay, this is cool, though. You started with a bunch of shield. You start with 6 shield because you got 3% shield, thanks to having higher than 6 HP by default, and your passive's already active because we've built some resources up. Pretty cool. Yeah, Rodion, if nothing else, she's gonna be fun in Mirror Dungeon. Like, obviously, we're gonna try and get Chicken Breast. Would make us really stupidly good on Rupture. We already have Thrill, so, like, it's basically a 1-run already. That's the thing with Rupture and Mirror Dungeon is, yeah, of course it's gonna be easy. It's got, like, Thrill's, like, one of the strongest EU gifts in the game, right? Rodion's animations are cool, though. Unfortunately, she's basically impossible for solos, I think. Like, that's almost certainly going to be the case. Her heal, the amount of damage she takes is insane. I actually wonder, what happens if you retreat when it's only Rodion? Do you just lose the battle? If you're in, like, Mirror Dungeon or something, like, if she was the only person she retreated, like, she's not dead, is she? So you could just try it again with Rodion. Because she wouldn't have died. She would have just fled. So you should have all 12 sinners just able to send it back. That's an interesting idea. I'm sure someone will have, like, tested it out. It'll probably be, like, in your YouTube recommended or something, like, by now. Usually how it works. People are usually quick to test out that kind of thing, which makes sense. It is a pressing thing. It's actually inflicting rubber potency your kind has been used at least once this turn. Unfortunately, like, this doesn't apply to Rodion stuff, like, at all, does it? Like, that's kind of the biggest issue, is, like, she doesn't even work with, like, anything for Rupture Eogifts, because she just doesn't inflict Rupture at all. Like, it's not even, like, one Rupture potency or something, like you'd at least hope it would be. I'll reorder this a little bit, just so we can get, like, you, like, number 3, so you get the benefits from that. I'll do, yeah, number 3 should actually work fine, yeah. That'll probably be fine. Like, I don't know. Like, Thunder Branch does nothing for her, Chicken Breast does nothing for her, because she's just not going to be inflicting any Rupture, like, ever. Like, I'm testing this out just to see if she's going to get that random haste, because, like, there is Rupture infliction on this. I mean, you are going to, because you don't have enough Rupture on the enemy, you will actually get that off. Yeah, 15 potency, 3 count is a pretty high amount to trigger conditional, so you should get the funny going on here. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. I know, very much an idea, like, the more I'm thinking about her, like, the more depressed I am about, like, how she was designed, because it's really confusing. I get what they were going for, but, like, just a little bit more Rupture here and there, and she'd be so much more usable. Like, once again, like, they said this before, but, like, they shouldn't balance around ego gifts, but, like, it's just, the lack of Rupture is just so sad. The lack of a Gloom skill for ADD synergy is so sad. She would have been better off just being, like, a status effectless identity, honestly. She might as well be. I mean, the kind of thing with status effectless identities is, like, it's inherently flawed because, well, just treat Rodion like a status effectless identity. Just throw her on a team without any focus on status effects. There you go. There's your status effectless identity. You know, that's okay. That was actually a really good get, right? Like, I don't know if my point is coming across succinctly, but like, I don't know. We don't get status effectless IDs because, like, we get IDs that don't focus on status effects and they're bad because they've got a status effect, but people don't seem to realize they could just use them not for that. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling a little bit. I'll take him play card. I like a little bit of charge. Rodion skill change. We get another trusty Polu. I'll do it. The game just crashed. Huh. Like, the game genuinely just crashed. I saw, like, a Unity, like, error message, and then it just straight up crashed. What? Okay. Apparently, if you change Rodion's skill 3, the game crashes. Alright, that's very interesting, that's for sure. Am I, like, doomed or something? I'm really curious to see what's about to happen when I resume. Like, is Rodion just busted? Why is it this loading screen again, huh? We're back here. If I do it again... Okay, it just crashed again. Alright. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. Sure thing. There goes that idea. Is it, like, any skill change or just skill 3? I know I'm just crashing my game, like, a bunch. But, like, I'm very curious as to what's going on here. Maybe I should just not try it. Yeah, I guess I won't. And why is it this loading here? Why is the Rodion loading screen gone? Did the crashing of the game get rid of that? That's weird. Oh, apparently it's any skill change. I'm just learning about this right now. Apparently every single skill change is bugged, so if you try it, it crashes the game. Alright. Well then, there goes the idea of doing any of that. I'm just gonna press on. I should be able to get Chicken Breast from the event here. Well then, we're just gonna have to do a run without skill changes. That's fine. I guess. I don't know. Do I want Death Seeker for you? Does Death Seeker even work for you? Axels that inflict rupture potency your account gain clash power. Probably doesn't. Which is infuriating. Yeah, incredible bug. Truly incredible. Good job, PM. Ten out of 10. Okay, well, enough of that. We press on. We don't need skill changes. We can do this old-fashioned relatively, I guess. I don't know, why is it this again? Why did the loading screen revert? It didn't save the... Okay. We're going bottom path because it gives more options. We need to make sure we hit these events because I love chicken breast right now. Just for the maximum funnies. Would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Yeah, like, it really looks like Rodion's just not triggering any of, like, the Rupture Ego Gift stuff that requires you to use Rupture skills. I mean, at least she counts the Rupture unit for, like, the Fusion Gift, I guess, right? That's nice. It's something. Probably. That might not even be true for all I know. Could be bugged. Okay, we get an event here. Is it the one we want? No. It's you. Interesting. We'll take it, I guess. It's defense level down from some of our various skills. 50-50. Gamble! Nice. Chicken's chicken. Give me this so I can fuse away the burn ego gift next floor and get a tier 3. As we do. God, why is it that? Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm feeling a little bit, like, just kind of out of it tonight, right? This is a very interesting. That's for sure. Like, maybe Rodion's doing good damage, right? That might be true. She might just be a really solid damage dealer. Unfortunately, this is a Rupture run. We have Thrill. Your individual damage is not going to matter in the long run compared to the Rupture damage, so we'll be able to really test it out then. We'll see what, like, the general, like, thoughts on it is, the general thoughts on this ID, you know. Give it a day or two. Some people will be able to do some stupid stuff with it. Someone's gonna solo with Mirror Dungeon, maybe, sooner or later. Like, she gets 10% from Lithograph because she's got Gluttony, so that's nice. Maybe that's... Don't know if that alone would be, like, enough, but I mean, it might add up a little bit, right? Let's do some funnies here, I think. I think that would be quite funny to do some funnies, and by that I mean we're just going all in. We're just rupturing you to death. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're not doing great in Rupture. You do a little bit, though. You know, that because we didn't hit the Rupture conditional, that sort of thing. You inflicted some Rupture and therefore triggered the chicken breast. Oblongi's gonna explode to Thrill if nothing else this turn. You might just die without even needing the Thrill. Yeah, Contract does some dice damage. You're very dead here. And Blind Obsession, because we actually hit the chicken with it, not the actual Oblongi himself, actually still gets to go through. So it was a strategical choice, I think. I'm sure, like, the game crashing thing will be fixed by the morning. Usually, like, big bugs like that are fixed pretty quickly. Whenever there's something actually, like, potentially game-breaking. And I think crashing the game is pretty game-breaking, not gonna lie. You're super fast again, yeah. You can get your rupture conditional, so that's something. Should do that. Just send it. I don't know, we gotta make her flee one of these fights one of these times, just for the fun of it, right? Just get her to leave entirely. Maybe we need to just, like, kill her at the end of the run. Honestly, it's not the worst idea. Let her perish, just for the funs of it. Take a tier 2. I want more filler for the fusioning. Ooh. What did he go for here? Might go for fragment? No, I don't really need to. I'm gonna gamble a little bit. Thunder Branch, there we go, that's what we wanted. We'll get Thunder Branch at the end of this floor, we do a fusion, and we should be pretty likely to get the battery, hopefully. If we don't get it, then we either hit the 10% failure chance, or it means it's on this floor somewhere else and we're doomed for the rest of eternity. Well, are we doomed for the rest of eternity? No, cool. We get our fusion. Enrapturing Trance, you know, nice. We do have 5 enemies. We do have 5 identities that inflict Rupture. Only 5, though, because, you know, Rodion doesn't have any Rupture on her. And Rupture count drop below 1 consume Rupture potency instead of Rupture count is a nice effect. It really doesn't matter because, you know, we've got chicken breast, but, it's cool. I'll get more charge from you. Might as well. We won't get another rest up for a while. Words are hard.
이번 의뢰가 끝나면 선배에게 찻집을 같이 가자고 해보려고요.
Yeah, do a bit of that, sure.
시작합니다. 그건 월세가 해결되면 생각해볼게.
선배님, 언제 오셨어요?
Nice. Explode them immediately with the rupture damage. Cool. Like, and Rupturing Trance could make it so Rodion's able to maintain Rupture to a degree. Like, especially, like, when we have the Gluttony Resonance, right? I'd love to have more skill 3s now to get the Gluttony Resonance more consistently, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't, that's not how it works. But, like, especially with, with 10 Talismans, you inflict 10 Rupture on hit, right? 10 Talismans on top of the fact that we're taking 5 Rupture on hit with every hit, like, even non-Rupture attacks from Rodion would be Rupture count positive at that point, since 10 Rupture potency would be equal to 1 count, so she'd effectively be inflicting, you know, 1 count 5 potency each turn, as long as we got the Talismans off. Unfortunately, it's very hard for us to get Talismans off, because, you know, Rupture IDs have Gluttony, and they're usually just skill 3s, and we can't get them more of the skill 3s. Things really aren't working as intended tonight, huh? That's how it goes. You know, it's classic Project Moon. A little bit of scuff is how it goes. Little bit of scuff. Oh yeah, right, you lose SP for that. I wasn't really thinking. That's fine, it's not the biggest deal. You can just get it back in this fight, probably. We can get the Gluttony Resonance here. Now you're going to be inflicting a bunch of Rupture, so that's cool. It's not a fight where it matters too much, but it's nice whenever we do get it to work out. Could always, like, consider egoing or something, I guess, for more Rupture if we ever want to. Issue is, like, most of the good Rupture egos, like, aren't even Gluttony, right? So it doesn't really work out too well. I don't know. I'm partially expecting Rodion to get, like, a Teth ego that's just, like, a Rupture version of Rhyme Shing, and that's gonna be the excuse for this identity's existence. It could happen, and then, you know, some random, like, passive on that ego that just makes Rupture, like, easy or something. I don't know, we'll see if we do get something random next season, right? Next season Battle Pass is, like, a month away. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe it'll be, like, the Rupture Renaissance. Once again, sure wouldn't bet on it. See who we want to double up on. You? Sure. That'll work. Some Gluttony, not enough to get, you know, the Talisman, since you need 4 Gluttony Residents. Yeah, you lose that clash, that's fine. We're suppressing this guy, so it doesn't matter. You were weak to blunt. Enjoy your suppression. Enjoy your rupture as well. You're gonna explode thanks to Thrill, so you know. We're winning. We're hashtag winning, as they say. Yeah, they all just explode. That's pretty cool. Talismans would make it easier, but you know, that's how it goes. It just seems like it's a very complaining type of day. Oh, this is Silk Current. Okay. That actually shouldn't be too bad. Should be able to do some funny stuff here. Let's see if we can get the Gluttony Resonance easily. Not easily. We'd need to, like, defend with, like... You know, you guys don't even have Gluttony defensive skills. Yeah, no, we physically cannot get the Gluttony Resonance this turn, unless we were to, like, have you counter, which would ruin the attack. You've only got a skill 2 here, so that's fine. Let's just save Forensics for next turn. Next turn, we can probably get something funny going. Yeah. I'll hope for it. Dun 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 dun. Who's this going for? Oh, you. Okay, cool. Who's this going for? You. Cool. Just give it a shot. See how that goes. Might be fine, might not. We will see. Flashing Lure, the enemy's already going to have too much Rupture for us to get the conditional off here, that's fine. We don't need the conditionals, the thing, right? You're going to take a big hit of Rupture this turn, and then you're going to take another even bigger hit of... I mean, yeah, you're going to get staggered, aren't you? Probably. Okay, we lose with the shove, that's fine. Not that shocking. We don't actually get Rupture, yeah. It's Rupture neutral, though, so that's cool. Okay, yeah, Silk Current's just dead. Don't even need to do anything fancy. 1,000 damage. Yeah. Thrill is pretty balanced all in all, gotta say. What else do we even need for Rupture You Gifts? I don't even know. Very little, that's for sure. I'll take a random Ego Gift, sure. Sheep, cool. Storm Roll, we could go Nelly. We could probably instantly kill Nelly. That sounds like fun. I'll go for it. Why not, right? Or maybe we should try soloing Nelly with Rodion. Shh! It's tempting, it really is. Lightning Rod, that's nice. We do have the Envy, because both the 7 IDs have some Rupture. Or some Envy, Of course both the 7 IDs do have Rupture, though. You know, I wasn't lying about that. Okay, sure. We're just getting all the charge stuff here. Sure thing. These songs, you know, eating good. That's pretty cool. Once again, like, it's the kind of thing that isn't really, like, the biggest deal, but it's nice. My mouse is being weird. Not sure if there's, like, something wrong with it or not. Oh well. Just kind of feels off. Maybe I need a mouse pad. I don't have a mouse pad. I just use my wooden desk as my mouse pad. I know it usually works, but might be a sign that I need one. Yeah, you start with 14 charge. That's pretty nice. It's not quite enough to get the maximum funny, unfortunately. So, like, if we can, like, I guess just next rest stop, I guess the plan will be to upgrade, like, Glove or something, so you get a little bit more Rupture, right? Or a little bit more charge. Just so you can get the funny skill 3 up consistently. Not that it's the biggest deal, because, like, it's not like we can give you more skill 3s or something like your charge, you know. It's going to be infrequent you actually can skill 3 first turn, right? That's what I'm getting at. It is funny hearing Paul Nidsa talk. I don't know, there's just something about, like, the robotic filter Project Moon uses whenever they have, like, a robot voice thingy, and I just like how they sound, usually. It's cool. It's, like, a really simple, like, overlay, I'm sure, like, a simple filter. But I don't know, it just, you know... nice. Okay, well, we can get the funny going, so that's nice, and we can throw in a suppression as well when suppressed. Should work well. We should rupture a lot of these guys pretty hard. Yeah,
끝났습니다.
that's quite nice.
꽤 나쁘지 않은 공격 방식이었어.
I trust you, Polu.
선배는 그걸 한눈에 알아보시는 거군요.
뭐
시간 끌지 말고.
방금 공격
Oh,
기체에게도 다시 해볼
Donna's,
영상을 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
표적 무력화.
I see. Donna got the talismans because she's got slightly more HP at the moment. That's alright. That's cool. You're doing your best. It's because the talismans do damage to Rodion, and we don't have any source of healing, I don't think. Got the box. I think the umbrella is a rupture you gift, so we could do the fight to get it, but doesn't really
해결했군.
seem like a very much of a necessity to me, if I'm being honest. Bull, sure. We'll take the coin. Go for this fight.
현장에서 직접
Keep on keeping on. Get these guys again. They should die pretty easy. We're kind of lacking on sanity a little bit. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, though. Yeah. It's looking pretty. Okay.
생각해볼게.
선배님,
Okay, we pulled through. We lost a coin, but that's fine.
끌지 말고.
We'll live.
방금 공격 다음에 다른 기체에게도
Okay.
다시 해볼래? 영상으로 남기면
Pretty cool.
다른
That was a
직원에게도
dominating, by
도움이
the
될지도
way.
몰라.
Well, we got our funny dimensional rift going, so that's nice at least. Pretty chill. Dawn gets a kill.
꽤
Even enemies that like don't get hit still take a lot of damage, right? Thanks to the power of Thrill being, you know, very balanced.
기본이지.
I mean, it definitely helps that, you know, I've got Thrill plus plus. Like, you know, it's, you know, becomes even more stupid if you actually upgrade it. Heathcliff took a lot of damage there, jeez. He's fine.
시작합니다.
Once again, though, I don't have any source of healing. Oh, I do actually have a source of healing, though. The enemies may not have any sinking, but I do have a source of healing nonetheless that, you know, wants the enemies to have sinking. And then there's a point where I just pull out Pursuance instead of Bygone Days, because I'm just in that sort of mood.
늦겠다. 뛰자.
Spiteful kind of mood, you know? You know how it is. When there's an interesting update like this one,
요즘
not exactly fully sure how to go about
교전 시작합니다.
일하는데 힘든
feeling.
일이라면
Yeah,
언제든지 나 상담해줘.
okay. Very easy to tell what's going on right now, don't worry. I'm just like squinting my eyes so I don't, you know, just like blind myself from all the flashing lights or something. I don't know.
관리자님, 다들 역경을
It's just kind of late.
이겨내고
I'm really looking forward to in like 2 months' time or whenever it is when daylight savings time happens and the US updates are coming out an hour earlier, because you know it kind of makes the world of a difference, as they say. I don't know.
영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
Cool. We can get a random eagle gift, sure. Healing maybe, sour liquor aroma. Not quite what I was looking for, but yeah, speech. But I'll take it. God, this fight where they're
이번 역경을
improperly aligned, it's so awesome.
기를 수 있을 거야. 비록 그
교전
과정에서
시작합니다.
Very awesome. Okay, let's see. Get one of these dimension ups immediately. Like I said something about us not getting it too frequently, but we've been getting his skill 3 turn 1 really frequently for Yisong.
선배는 그걸
Which is cool.
한눈에 알아보시는 거군요.
Might not be able to get a skill change or anything, but it's still cool.
곧 삼켜질 것이요. 기다리시게.
Nice. This guy's still alive. He must have not been hit by anything like scary or not hit at all. Kind of hard to tell who does and doesn't win clashes, you know. There's so much going on at one time. Anyways, it's about Nelly time. And the plan for Nelly, I do believe,
영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도
is to try and one-turn her, right? It seems possible. We can get some upgrades. We can heal up Rodion. Should probably heal up everyone, though, yeah. Rodion doesn't get talismans. That's fine. She doesn't need it or anything. We can get more rupture potency built up. That's pretty cool. Maybe I should have gone for one of the charge things, but I don't think it makes too big of a difference. Let's see how much damage we can do to Nelly, though. She takes a lot of damage from contact. I know that, right? Since her stagger bar is huge, but it's pretty easy to stagger her.
요즘 고민거리는 없어? 혹시라도
Okay, go gadget reveal.
언제든지 나와서
I shall nibble thee. Dimensional rift. Dissect target. Intuition and suppress. When suppressed. So you want to be on evade duty, maybe? Pop like a teleport? Actually, that's not a bad play. Start getting a lot of envy resonance. Yeah, that's not happening because we're not getting the envy resonance, though. But, like, I'd really like to get, like, one charge onto this guy. So either I do that or I corrode teleport. And I think I know what I'm doing. Because corrode teleport you can still control, right? So we can still purposely use it to take out the evade. Like, it's kind of overkill to corroded teleport. Like, it's not going to do great for us. It does give us rupture ourselves, though, right? So that's pretty cool. You know, you give our entire team a little bit of rupture. More rupture than Rodion's ever, you know, used in her life. Oh yeah, we double up on... I didn't think about that part, huh? Well, that's fine. More rupture, more fragility. Our entire team is 10 fragility right now. Hopefully we don't lose any clashes. I think Ishmael had a favored, so, we better hope.
좋은 대응은 아니지만 안 하는
Because that is a lot of rupture.
다음엔 좀
Oh god.
해보자.
I didn't think about it. That gets affected by rupture ego gifts, doesn't it? Yeah, chicken breast, I think, can trigger on allies? Okay, I don't think I knew about that. It makes sense, don't get me wrong, but, first time I've ever seen it happen, that's for sure. Well, anyways, Nelly is very dead.
확인 사살.
That's nice.
방금
Yeah, 5,000 damage.
다른 개체
Okay, that's cool. The rupture on ourselves,
영상으로
didn't
남기면
kill us horribly.
직원에게도 도움이 될지도
Yeah, I don't
몰라.
think I've really corroded teleport in, like, a while. We can get Chief Butler's secret arts. Nah. I'll just take the rupture eco kit. Feels a bit rude to go to Nelly's floor and just not even take her book. But, I think it was deserved. What do we go for here? I kind of want to go Unrelenting Might. Let's do it, right? Might as well. With a Rupture floor. See which of these Rupture bosses we get as a finale. God, the skill change is super tempting, even though I know it actively will not help me out. God, it's so tempting. I'll take Carmilla. Because that's nice. I'll just press on. Can't get skill changes. I gotta, you know, maintain my composure. Okay, this is funny cake work, guys. Should be easy enough. Hopefully. Yeah. They're a little tanky, but like...
이번 역경을 헤쳐나가기만 하면
Oh, no trespassing. Yeah.
할수 있을 거야.
Yeah.
그래서 희생이 나올 수 있겠지만
It says Electric Screaming beats these. I'm not fully sure, and we are gonna double up on this. How much SP costs Electric Screaming? 20? You'll be fine, I think. You're not gonna be doing great on SP, that's for sure. You also, I'm just gonna Bygone days with you. God. Like, the new, like, ego artwork style they've been going for recently, like, it really stands out so much by how it, like, doesn't stand out, right? Instead of, like, the center being in, like, the front, they're kind of in the back more. There's a bit more going on. It's a lot more dynamic they've been doing for the past few months, right? It's really cool. Just kind of caught my eye for a second there, and I was just kind of, like, mesmerized by it, I guess, right?
그대에게 보이는 이 전기 불꽃이
I guess we spend our charge or something with this ego. I'm still not fully sure. I don't even know why I have it equipped, honestly. I much prefer her soup. It's helping us out though, so I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, you're a little low on SP.
그걸 한 번에 알아보고
You can't afford to ego spam too much at this point. You kind of got to be a little bit more reserved for a little bit. You get to keep on using your weird sheep wand, though. Who doesn't love a good old sheep wand? Yeah, we get Bygone Days, though. I don't think we have enough resins to make it a multi-target. Yeah, that's fine.
주인께서 명하셨습니다.
Funny, though.
청소하라고.
Pretty cool. A little bit of healing. Not too much, since it's only 10%, because we didn't have sinking on the enemy. But it's still nice. And yeah, they just don't die. One to contract, the other one to the power of thrill. The most balanced ego gift of all time. I'll take this blunt encounter. Don't mind if I do. I do, but that we need to we're gonna need to ego again. Dawn's gonna need to ego again. That's really bad for us, isn't it? Here's my idea though. What if I Yasa and Yada instead? Get your SP up a little bit. Have you just defend? Have you defend as well? You guys can afford defending. You're fairly defensive-y, so it'll work out. Rupture in general is like fairly tanky, so like it'll work.
선배는 그걸 한 번에 알아보시는 거군요.
Nice. Yeah, so Yada will get some SP healing going, so that's good. Make it so Dawn's, you know, capable of doing something maybe. And these guys are also weak to blunt because it's the normal dead rabbit people, so yeah, pretty cool. And we are doing it again, just, you know, for good luck. Just for good measure. What's one more, you know, rumbling of the earth? Just to make sure that you know the earth was rumbled enough the first time, right? He loses some SP, but he gets some SP back from that ego, so it's not the biggest deal. And yeah, these guys are pretty dead, so that's cool. Oh, what level are they? Oh, they're 62. Okay, cool. You guys can get the kills then. Oh, you guys aren't actually gonna get the kills if we do it like this, are you? Try that then, maybe. That might work as intended. Those two are just weakening them. Okay, no, they just killed. Oh, and commemorative coin. Yeah, okay. Well, there goes that idea of, you know, letting the low SP people get the kill. I kind of forgot, like, Rupture, they're just gonna die any attack, so I should probably just let the... Since you need the SP, get the attack instead of trying to weaken them first, but hindsight's 2020. Ooh, Liu Merceau can do this. Should not have risked it, but, like... It was pretty funny, so I think I should have. Those are both one pathway. What do I like the sound of more? Lust Week or Gloom Week? I think Gloom Week. Because that's like Gregor ADD core. That's pretty awesome. I do like a good Gregor ADD. Huh. This guy. This guy! What does this guy think he is? Who does this guy think he is? The answer may shock you. It's, whatever this guy is, that's what the answer is. It's a bit of a trick question, if you will. Pretty devious, I know, it's what I do best. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Looking pretty good, handling those guys pretty well. Mostly because Rodion went for the bottom one. The bottom one isn't even gonna, like, die to Rupture or anything. Okay. Tails. Staggered, yeah. This evade's gonna be a little annoying. We can handle it, though. You should explode from Rupture, especially after this nice, good old suppress. Yeah, cool. And just you, yeah, sure. He's got staggered, he's fine. He just has to stand back up, simple as. Which he will do in time. Sometimes you need, you know, you need to take, it takes a little bit of time to get back onto your feet. I'm sure you know who that quote is from by now. That's right, Mozart. He said that, I think. Probably. You can quote him on that. You can always trust me. Not some great stuff. I think we should definitely ego the no trespassings. Just because no trespassing is a very easy way to die. If I don't. And, don't really feel like dying right now, honestly. I know, shocker, shocker. You can just block that, yeah, sure. Yeah, we're gonna lose a bunch of SP on Dawn once again. Not, like, as bad, because she's not, you know, already negative or anything, but she is still gonna come over to coin this. Gonna do, like, 3 damage with the additional attack, and, you know, it's gonna cost 20 sanity for that 3 damage. That's fine, though. It's much, much better than taking a no trespassing. Maybe we should let Dawn take some damage, so get her funny 4th coin, skill 3 going. That's always nice. I'm like not even paying attention to Rodion at this point, honestly. I've like moved on to like acceptance, right? I've gone through all 5 stages. I probably have. You could probably pinpoint each like the position I went through each stage of grief. But like I think I've accepted it now. It's how it goes. Telepole, cool. Don't really know why I've got telepole. I think I ran a charge team sometime recently, right? Something along those lines. Because obviously Fluid Sac is normally the generic pick, but telepole's nice for multi-crack, so I like to run it frequently. And like Fluid Sac's kind of overplayed at this point, honestly. Like, is it stupidly good? Yeah. I should have gone for the Rupture Gift. Might have been useful. Actually, I guess it theoretically could have been. Because, like, King Trash Crab can have, like, a shield of, like, 20 or something. It doesn't make a difference, like, in the slightest. That's fine. We can start off with a nice sun shower, just for good luck. Luck is important. You're getting mass attacked, live with that. Do we get the heads in the sun shower, though? That's the question we're all waiting for. We do, cool, so your Sandy's fine. Oh, we're commander coin. We actually might just kill one of them here, though, maybe. I actually don't think so. Usually a Sun Shower doesn't, like, immediately kill these, because even if they are weak to Pierce and Sloth, Sun Shower just straight up doesn't just kill them all, because they're, like, 300 HP each, right? But, you know, the second Sun Shower, on the other hand... And we get another heads. Oh, that's so lucky. I will gladly take it, though. 260% chances. Make it so Yisung's going to be in a really nice position, and it also means that, like, these guys are just all dead this turn. We just can just one-side all of them pretty easily. They should all die. I think there's one left, and we've got one more attack. Cool. Yeah. Sunshower's a little strong. It's alright. It's decent, you know, nothing too special, I won't say. I will say. What am I saying? Hard to tell. I'd love a Rodion skill change. I'll take a gray coat, and then I'll just press on. I don't remember what I wanted to do. I feel like there's something I want to do. It might have just been to heal everyone, just to make sure everything's fine. So I'll do that. Anything to upgrade? Could upgrade Lightning Rod, you know. We'll take that. That's +1 charge. Oh, we got a refund. That's pretty cool. We can get that. That's even more charge. That's pretty cool. Make it so that Yisung's in a decent position to start out with. And, okay, Wayward Passenger. I mean, he's weak to Gluttony, right? Thrill is Gluttony damage, right? So this guy is in for a very fun day, I gotta say. Pretty bad skills to start out with, honestly, so, like, he might just be fine. Oh yeah, and also we are doing, like, no damage here. Let's just Durante him and then just full one-sided him. Part with that's not countering. And just see how that goes, right? I'm curious. Like, we might get hit a bunch or something, I don't know. Like, that's part of the fun. Does this win a clash? No. Does this win a clash? No. Does this win a clash? No. Okay. Well, then we are going to... No, telepulse is an objectively very bad idea. We'll do this, and we will blind obsession, and that'll be the game plan, I think. Cool. I don't know. If Rodion explodes in this fight, I think that would be pretty awesome. Not like manifesting it or anything, but like if I could manifest it, I might. Huh? What do I have that's giving you an increase to your max charge? Oh right, I forgot. I forgot we had the charge tier 4. Yeah, that's right. I was like, how are you at 25 charge count? Do I have like one of those? Do I have like I don't have Multicrack's like Heathcliff support passive, or is it whichever one it is? But then I remembered. Oh yeah, right. That's just because we've got the charge tier 4. Okay, I think you are dead this turn. Assuming you take damage, you might like flee into the portal like beforehand or something. I'm not fully sure if I think the rupture goes first because I think it's turn end, right? Yeah, cool. All right, nice one turn. You know. Thrill is very good. Shoutouts to Devyat Rodion for carrying us through this run. Best rupture unit of all time, baby. Yeah, she did the 3rd most damage, you know, that's it's better. That's nice. She you know, outperformed all the 2 stars and got outperformed by the 3 stars. Turn order mattered a little bit in that, I'm sure, but you know, still we get our levels, our 22.5 levels. Listen to the soothing sounds. Nice meditation. Breathe in. Breathe out. I didn't even bother like retreating with her or anything at all. I just did like a stereotypical rupture thrill run where just everything explodes instantly. And you know, that's all you need to do sometimes. You know, that's pretty cool. I'll take my one more level, yeah, cool. Nice 72 boxes. Was that enough to push me back to 2000? Sure was. 2024! Wow! That's the year we're in right now, just actually coincidentally the correct number, huh? Oh, cool. I'll take it. You know, that's pretty funny. Yeah, join it next time and I'll actually use the thing people are more excited about this update, more than a single time. I don't know, she's super cool design-wise. I think she's gonna be solid as, like, a damage. She's probably pretty solid for, like, story stuff, right? If you just want someone who does good damage, and that's, like, it. She's probably nice for, like the Kim fight or something if you really need more slash units. I mean, she's an option. I don't know. Her mechanics seem cool. If I was doing this in an actual one, if I really was super interested in trying to figure out how she worked in more detail, I probably wouldn't have taken Thrill. I was considering not taking Thrill, but then I remember if I don't take Thrill, it's basically not going to be a rupture run whatsoever, because, you know, a rupture is bad. I don't know, I'm very dejected about this ID, simply because she's super cool mechanically, and, like, some parts of her, like, kit are pretty cool. But, like, why bother making a rupture? Why not just make her, like, charge or something if you're gonna make her not care about her status effect to this degree, right? Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!